I remember the fresh, intoxicating smell of evergreens around me. I remember hearing the birds chirping noisily in the mornings. I remember waking up and seeing the beautiful, majestic mountains covered by dark, gloomy clouds. I remember feeling the damp earth beneath my feet whenever it was pouring rain. I remember tasting the cooked fish fresh off the fire. Every summer, my family and I went camping in the mountains. Camping with my family was always a highlight of the year for me. I would always have so much fun. Every time my family drives to the mountains, we would always blast up the radio and sing along to the songs. We would also play games like naming a movie, and the next person has to name another movie that has the first letter that you named. If you couldn't come up with a movie, you were eliminated. The drive to the mountains usually took 3 hours to get there. I would always get so tired and fall asleep on the way there. When we got there, it was already dark. When we got out of the car, my family would set up tents while I just stand around in awe of the beauty of the mountains. Even though it was dark, I can still see the beautiful things the mountains had to offer. When my family got done setting up the tents, my dad set up a fire so we can keep warm as the temperature was increasingly getting colder. When the fire was warm and toasty, we all sat around the fire and ate a really late dinner. When we were done eating the delicious dinner, my parents went to sleep, and my siblings and I decided to stay up late and tell scary stories around the campfire. Since I was only about 6 or 7 during this time, I got freaked out by the stories my older siblings told me. I remembered crying and running to my parents' tent and sleeping with them because I was scared. As I was trying to sleep, my siblings kept telling scary stories to make me mad and mocking me. I just tried to block their negativity and try to go to sleep. Then the next morning, I woke up to the noisy chirping sounds of the birds. I went out of the tent and saw my family making breakfast. We were having eggs and bacons. I went to the fireplace to feel the warmth of the fire. As I was sitting by the fireplace, I was trying not to stick too close to the fire, as I don't want to feel too hot. As I was getting warmed up by the fire, I looked all around me, noticing nature. I could see a beautiful stream of water nearby being calm and peaceful. I could see green all around me, dark green grass that had just sprouted from the ground, and light green grass that are dying. I can't help but smile to myself, knowing that nature has been around for centuries. Around noon, my family and I went on a hike up Mount Albert. This was the longest and most tiring hike I've ever done. On the hike, I saw herds of deer just wandering around looking for food. I was so petrified. I thought they were going to eat me for dinner. About 30 minutes into the hike, my legs started giving out on me. My legs felt like mush and were about to fall off. Throughout the whole hike, my mom and dad switched off, giving me piggyback rides. After what felt like years, we finally made it up Mount Albert. The view that I saw looking down 14,439 feet was astounding. I could see miles and miles of beautiful evergreens, luscious streams of water, and ant-like cities. It was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. My family and I stayed for a while, just absorbing everything. That whole weekend was amazing, filled with awesome activities and never-ending jaw-dropping sights. Nowadays, my family and I don't go camping much anymore, as all the kids in my family are grown up. We still attempt to go camping in the summer once every few years. When we do go camping, I try to cherish every moment I spend in the mountains. Even to this day, I can still smell the intoxicating aroma of evergreens, hear the noisy birds, see the pretty mountain in my mind, feel the damp earth beneath my feet, and taste the cooked fish off of the fire.